Well, welcome to the pit road of Richmond Raceway. Kyle Larson, the race winner, is being interviewed right over there. Adam Cheek from Frontstretch, Michael Massie from Frontstretch, and special guest Trey Lyle.
Hey.
And so, let's start with this. First thoughts on the race.
I thought it was a good race.
Yeah.
I think because of the adjustments they made to the short track package, Kyle Larson pointed out, you weren't super tight when you got in behind somebody. So we had tighter quarter racing. We had a lot of comers and goers.
Yeah.
Like, halfway through the race or whatever, I didn't think Kyle Larson was going to win.
No. Especially after that
awesome.
Suarez incident.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I thought it was a very entertaining race.
I mean, tire wear is back here again. I think finally the track is kind of coming into its own. We've had at least a lot better of a product the last couple of times here with the different strategies and everything. And then we had a really good finish tonight with, again, late race cautions, some respect, not respect moments. Obviously, the wrecking ball incident is now going to be dubbed. But I think it was a really good race. Kyle Larson surprises us. I think MVP of the day goes to Josh Berry. His team hit the perfect strategy, and him finishing second, I think, is exceeding what Hendrick would ask, because they really just want probably top 20 finishes, keep the car clean, and he gets a second place finish probably here. And if he races at Martinsville, I know we talked about it today, like we're not sure where the end is, but getting a second place finish, I mean, he was really good all weekend in the Xfinity race as well. I think really good race. Gibbs versus Hendrick was a thing, and Hendrick gets it done, and I'm starting to sense that's going to be the theme the rest of the season.
Yeah, you mentioned the wrecking ball incident. Andrew Stoddard behind the camera has a sidebar on that. I have a sidebar on Josh Berry, and Berry's kind of that, and Michael McDowell. Him and Michael McDowell are the two main focuses of the strategy game here today, because we saw them play that. We saw that late caution where I think I told you, like, we're probably going to get one of those weird late race Richmond cautions for something random happening. Reddick spins. We have a couple of yellows after that with the Byron spin. But Berry and Michael McDowell's teams played it so perfectly and were able to both get top 10s out of it. And Josh Berry gets a P2, just so huge for that Hendrick team, who had an overall really great day. You have the win, you have P2, Bowman ran well for a while, and Byron was running really well up until that point.
Yeah, I even asked Jeff Gordon this, and I kind of prefaced it. It was like, all four of your drivers earned the most points this week just because you got 100 points plus what you did in the race, so I feel good. I think Gibbs handed this race away, especially Denny Hamlin. And
Truex, too, running up
there. Truex kind of lost on the strategy game because he had scuffs at the end, and he felt like a rock towards the end, but Hamlin had 2 pit road speeding penalties, and then his crew messed up on pit road. It really seemed to bite him today, because he probably was on the right strategy call and is heading the way to victory.
One other guy that gave it away, William Byron. 2 years in a row. Spring race here, he's led over 100 laps and not won.
Yeah, I don't know today if we'd say he gave it away. He definitely just wrecked.
Wow.
He got wrecked.
He lost 3 spots on pit road, so the crew lost 3 spots.
Yeah,
and that put him back there vulnerable to the Ross Chastain dive bomb.
That's a good point.
Well, we kick off the short track stint now. We have the Bristol short track, which I don't remember who said it exactly, but they were like, I wouldn't really call Bristol a short track now because it's on dirt. And then we've got Martinsville after that. But it is 3 short tracks in a row if you go purely by distance. So what are you guys expecting from these next 2 races?
Dirt, who knows? Larson goes back to back, probably. The dirt races had some exciting finishes, given last year especially. So I think it's always just up in the air. Martinsville, I expect a JGR Hendrick battle up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bristol dirt race, it's a dirt race, but it's also kind of not a dirt race. Because we've seen 2 guys known for pavement racing, Joey Logano and Kyle Busch, win it.
Yeah, it's never the Larson or Bell it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Well, Reddick was supposed to win it, who's a dirt racer.
And Briscoe. Briscoe's a dirt guy, too.
Yeah, so they were 1-2 until the end last year. But you do bring up a great point.
And I think that Martinsville, I'm excited for, after seeing what the short track package race like today, I'm excited for going to Martinsville. I couldn't have said that, fall of last year, I was not excited for it after seeing how bad the spring race was with that package.
Yeah, you talked about William Byron earlier. Byron won that race last year, so maybe he wins another race. That would be his 3rd of the year.
He's the best. But he's the class of the field. I know Bowman's probably still leading the points, but it just seems, Byron is the class of the field right now.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're looking for a turnaround to last season where they won those 2 races and they kind of did nothing the entire rest of the season. Any final thoughts on this race? Because I was pretty entertained by it. It had its moments of just kind of being dull, but overall it was pretty good.
Yeah, today was a time for Toyota to win, and they didn't get it done. And the fact that Hendrick, I believe they only have one Richmond win in the past 15 years. The fact that they came out and was that fast, a track they're not normally good at, the field better watch out.
Yeah, it's seeming like 2021 kind of all over again with Hendrick dominance. You know, Kyle Larson joked about having to rewatch 2021 highlights again, but I would not be shocked if this gets him going, and I would not be shocked if Hendrick keeps their dominance up, because they kind of, you know, bit the bullet, paid a lot of money to keep their 100 points, but they seem to be the class of the field right now.
Yeah, well, I think that does it for us from Richmond. Adam Cheek, Trey Lyle, Michael Massie, Andrew Stoddard. We've got a ton of content on YouTube, on the website, on our Twitters at Adam and Cheek.
M_Massey22.
At Trey Lyle VT.
Andrew M. Stoddard.
Yeah, we got a ton of content all across the internet, so check all of that out. And we'll talk to you guys from Bristol, whoever's there.
And Massey's putting out a hit single.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check one of those 2 videos out that we have right beside you. Visit Frontstretch.com for more great content.